All right. Good Sunday evening, South Carolina Weather Watchers. Hopefully, everyone had a fantastic Sunday. I'm your host for South Carolina Weather, Jesse Peterson. Let's go on and talk about the weather for today. For tonight, going into your future, we're going to be talking about Tropical Storm Raphael, obviously, and we're also going to be talking about the week forecast for November the 3rd through November the 9th. And we're going to talk about the month of November and what the month of November will bring. So, a lot to go over today. It's going to be might be a pretty long forecast tonight. But we're going to waste no time. We're going to waste no time at all. And just get on started with this. If you are just joining in, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well if you have not already. Trying to get to 300 subscribers by November the 5th. We'll talk more about that at the end, though, because there is something I do want to say about that. But let's go on and get started. Good Sunday evening, South Carolina Weather Watchers. Hopefully everyone had a fantastic Sunday. I'm your host for South Carolina Weather, Joseph Peterson. Let's talk about the weather for your Sunday evening going into your future. Looking at the radar, nothing going on for the entire state of South Carolina right now. As we go into the MRMS, just a lot of stuff going on right now. You can see that we do have some rain going on up here inside of Wisconsin, Michigan, as well as over here inside of North Dakota, South Dakota. Maybe even some scattered showers going through the western region of the U.S., even into Colorado, maybe even New Mexico. And we have severe weather going through Oklahoma and Texas as we had a tornado outbreak inside of Oklahoma City. Actually, early this morning, like around 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I think there's already been one confirmed fatality already from the tornado outbreak yesterday in and near Oklahoma City. Pictures, videos are all out, so if you look it up, you probably will see the information on about it if you want to know more about it. And it is set to keep on continuing. Tornadoes are still continuing over there inside the west and will continue all the way through tomorrow as well. But back on to South Carolina. Cloud cover. Right now, we do have some cloud cover going through the upstate South Carolina, maybe even the middle of South Carolina. Low country and PD is not really doing too bad. And then cloud cover total percentage as he pushes forward. And you just continue to push this forward, and cloud cover continues to take over the state as we go through the next 24 or so hours. And then as we get into election day, cloud cover maybe tried to thin out a little bit more, but still around the same. Not really much. Current temperature 62 in Columbia, 68 in Charleston, 66 in Georgetown, 64 in Myrtle Beach, 57 in Rock Hill and Greenville, as well as Spartanburg, 59 in Anderson, 64 inside of Augusta, 66 inside of Walterboro, and 68 in Beaufort, and 64 in Savannah. Here's our low temperatures for tonight. Low temperatures will be around 57 inside of Columbia, 57 in Orangeburg, 63 inside of Charleston, 58 in Moncks Corner, 58 in Georgetown, 59 in Myrtle Beach, as well as 65 inside of Hilton Head Islands, 58 inside of Aiken, 53 in Greenville and Spartanburg as well, 54 in Anderson, 51 in Rock Hill as well. Here's our forecast precipitation for the next 24 or so hours. Barely any precipitation is expected. So maybe 100th of an inch to a 10th of an inch possible. Inside the upstate of South Carolina, maybe even near the coastal region as well. Charleston and Georgetown. And then maybe the most rain being possible down there near Hilton Head Island where a 10th of an inch to a quarter of an inch is possible. No severe weather and thunderstorms are expected during the next 8 days, but excessive rainfall on Wednesday and Thursday is indeed possible. So the entire state will have a chance of receiving some excessive rainfall on Wednesday and Thursday. Everyone except for the upstate will possibly receive some excessive rainfall. So some good news in terms of our drought situation, but it's not because it's just raining in general. It's from the tropical system, which we'll talk about in just a second. But here is the 18Z. We're gonna go and talk about this. Okay, there we go, the 18Z, because it was last updated. Instead of 3 o'clock, it's gonna be 2 p.m. because the hour went back. If you keep on going through, if you go to around 2 a.m., going into tonight, the showers might be moving through the low country of South Carolina. It is potential. It is possible as you go through around 2 a.m. tonight, maybe even going to around 4 or 5 a.m. And then as you get into around 6, 7 a.m. as well, it just continues to go through the Midlands and the upstate of South Carolina. And then downpours continue to move through the low country of South Carolina, even as you go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 p.m. I mean, look at all this rain that might be trying to fall as we go through. And if you look at total precipitation, it's not really too much in terms of rain. I mean, it looks like a lot of rain, but it could be part of that on and off shower activity that you might get that annoying rain that's not really raining much, but it will. Now, some places it will rain a bit harder, like this one model run last updated at 2 o'clock p.m. today, says an inch down here near Georgetown, so it could be more in some area. But some places up here, like Dillon, South Carolina, Marion, Bennettsville, still might not receive a drop of rain. But everyone else could potentially receive some rain as we go through the next 48 hours or so. So we'll continue to watch. We'll see what happens as we go through the next 48 or so hours. So everyone could be getting a good dose of rain. It's possible. It is possible. If you continue through, here's our 7-day graphical tropical weather outlook. Here's subtropical storm Patty up here, 45-mile-per-hour storm. Actually going to move up there towards Portugal and Spain instead, so it's not really going to be too much of a concern to us, but up there in England, not England, but Europe, it will be. And then here is the storm that we're watching for right now in this over here near in the Caribbean right now, going up towards, like, for example, the Gulf Coast. Now, where on the Gulf Coast, we don't know exactly, but it's expected to become a tropical storm Monday and pass through Jamaica on Monday night and Tuesday, where tropical storm warnings are now in effect. It is forecast to become a hurricane by Tuesday night, and there's a risk of dangerous impact from hurricane force winds and storm surge in the Cayman Islands and portions of Cuba. Interest inside of the Florida Keys should monitor this, and it will approach the northern Gulf Coast as a tropical storm later this week. But given uncertainties in the forecast, it is too soon to determine what, if any, impacts could occur. And then it just talks about heavy rainfall is then going to spread north into Florida and adjacent areas of the southeast U.S. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that when we go through the weekly forecast as well. And I mean, that's pretty much it in terms of potential tropical cyclone 18 or future tropical storm Raphael. And then if you go into over here, disturbance 1, an area of disturbed weather could develop from interaction of moisture. Some slow subtropical or tropical development of the system is possible after that time as it moves generally west over the southwestern Atlantic. So it's moving west, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Also, the eastern Pacific also has the chance to receive a good potential tropical cyclone over there as well. So we'll continue to watch that. So tropics are right now going crazy right now in activity right now. So let's go on and talk about the future. And when we say the future, I mean like the next 300 or so hours. Then we'll talk about our week forecast. Then we will talk about the month forecast for November. And then we'll talk with the audience. We'll do San Antonio, Raleigh, and all that stuff. So here we go, starting up as we go through to the weekly forecast. Go to the to the temperature anomalies right here. Go to the eastern U.S. It will be above average this week. Above average temperatures this week. As we go through November the 3rd through November the 9th will be, in fact, above average in terms of temperature. But in terms of moisture, with that tropical system pushing up, it will bring rain. And we will see a lot of rain when it comes to this system, the Tropical Storm Raphael. And I'll show you that right now. If you look at the total accumulated precipitation, you just look at all that rain that's going to try and push in to South Carolina. It doesn't look like much, but again, that will change. Some models are saying that it could get up to 3 to 4 inches. This one right here only saying half an inch to maybe even 2 inches. So honestly, I don't know. We don't know, but everyone definitely will receive some type of rain as we go through the next 300 or so hours for sure. Some probably just less than others. But for the week in general, we will be above average temperatures, but we will have above average rainfall as well. And if you look at the monthly chart as well, it's for the month of November. As we go into, let's do October, and we go to November, you can see that temperatures will be above average for the month of November as well. Will be above average for the month of November. And then in terms of precipitation as well, we will be kind of in a mix of below average to above average for the coastal regions for the month of November in terms of precipitation, but below average in terms of the upstate and the Midlands as well. So again, kind of a below average in terms of precipitation month, even after Tropical Storm Raphael as it moves in. And that's pretty much it in terms of the month forecast and actually the week forecast as well. Now we're going to go and talk about the future as we move up here into, I'm going to reset this real quick, and we're going to go down over here. As you continue to push this forward, showers are going to try and move through even as you get into election day. That was what we were just talking about. There's Raphael down there near Florida. And then that's going to continue through as showers still continue inside the upstate of South Carolina around November the 9th, the 10th, and the 11th. The 10th and leaving the 11th. And then after that, there's not really much going on after that. Until we get to around November the 14th, a cold front will try and pass us. And after that, just a high pressure develops and not really much happens after that. So again, yeah, we'll have this tropical system try and move through. But after that, not really much happening after that. So, again, we could go through another period of just not a lot of rain for a while. And we'll probably keep on going through there until we get past this system right here. And that's pretty much it. So, we're going to go on talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Let's see what the audience has to say in terms for tonight. So as we move on over here, Mr. Anthony does say good evening, Weatherman. Good evening to you. My cousin Dad says, miss you, man. We have been getting some good rain the last few days. That's good. Definitely be getting more rain than South Carolina has been getting for sure. Ms. Tolliver says, good evening, dry, cloudy day at my house. My pond is still looking thin. Hopefully we get some rain soon. Hopefully a fantastic weekend. Everyone will most likely get rain, especially as this tropical system moves in. But after that, I think there are a couple more chances, but as we go through like the next 200 to 250 to maybe 300 or so hours, I do believe that the rain chance is going to be kind of thinning out a little bit more. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. I did. And then Trail says, greetings everyone. Just good to see that you're back. Thank you for that, and I am. Hopefully, I won't take a break like that for another good bit. But we're going to go on and talk about San Antonio and Raleigh. And then after that, I think we're going to be out for tonight. So as you continue to push this forward for San Antonio, not really seeing much rain, but as you go into, and let me turn this off, as you go into around 8 p.m. or so tomorrow, look at this. Showers, thunderstorms, severe weather will indeed be going on through the San Antonio region as you go into tomorrow evening into tomorrow night as well, going into around 12 o'clock in the morning maybe, and then showers following it going into the morning time as well. So definitely is a chance for severe weather for San Antonio tomorrow. We're going to wait for this temperature thing to low. And let's check out the likes, see how many likes we have. We have 9 people watching and 9 likes. So, but just in case, if you have not hit the like button yet, make sure that you do that. So as we go on and wait for the temperatures to load here, low temperatures tonight at around 70, around like 72, 70 maybe. And then high temperatures tomorrow around 89, low temperatures tomorrow night around 60, 59, and then high temperatures going to around 70-ish. As we move up here to Raleigh, North Carolina, low temperatures tonight at around 49, high temperatures tomorrow at around 70, low temperatures tomorrow night around 55, and then high temperatures only going to around 77, 78, 79-ish going through there. Let's go and talk about composite reflectivity, see what's going on, then we'll talk about severe weather. As you go into, just as we go through the next, like couple of days or so, next 2 days, not really much going on. Not much going on in terms of Raleigh, in terms of rain either. But if you go on and talk about severe weather, now I do want to talk about the SPC outlook first, because obviously San Antonio does have a risk for severe weather tomorrow. I believe you are under a marginal risk for severe weather that does have a chance for wind and hail as well. All 2 of those threats are indeed possible as you go through. If you even go to the categorical, we move down to the south central. Yeah, you are under a marginal risk. Just for hail and wind, that's your main threat. Not really too much of a tornado threat at all. Nothing for Raleigh, obviously, either. And then if you go into excessive rainfall as well, let's scroll our way out. Nothing for Thursday, nothing for Wednesday, nothing for Tuesday. Monday, San Antonio does have a little tiny chance just on the border. But yes, but at least the eastern side has a minor risk for some flooding as you go through tomorrow. And nothing for tonight. And that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. So, hopefully everyone enjoyed the forecast update tonight. It was a bit of a long one, around 17 minutes or so. So definitely not the longest one, but one of the more longer ones. Also, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the share button as well. I'm trying to get to 300 subscribers by November the 5th, which I will say it's going to be a bit harder to do now because I was gone from Friday all the way to now. So, honestly, it's going to be a bit harder to do so now. So we'll just see where we are. We will just see where we are on November the 5th at 11:59, and we will see. At least try to get there, or at least try to get close to 300. But we'll see where we are there, and then we'll decide on what happens from there. But 284. Just need 16 more, and that's pretty much it. So hopefully everyone has a fantastic rest of your Sunday, and I will be back tomorrow morning with your Monday forecast update. And let me check real quick. No more chats yet. No more chats. So I will be back tomorrow morning with your Monday forecast update.